good morning, good evening, wherever you're listening, however you're listening. Thank you for listening. This is the Talkin' Ish podcast.
You have to swing by yourself. If you had to play by yourself, you had to play by yourself and swing.
So it's been a while since we dropped anything. Life got a little bit hectic, nothing crazy going down, nothing bad, but took me away from the game for a minute, and I'm back with this new episode featuring my closest friend, my boy Toney. We go way back, and I really hope that you guys enjoy the conversation that we had because we covered an array of topics, but it was fun, and I hope you guys have fun listening. So enjoy. This is changing the subject, but
you good.
the video I sent you about Swizz what he said, you a poison, and Nore's like, that's hard.
Bro.
Like, what?
Bro, you hit the nail on the head. Nora didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Nope.
She just had to say something to keep it pushing. Had to.
Yeah, Nori was like, oh, that's hard. Like, he was like, this is my boy, so I gotta hype him up.
Yeah.
It's just like when Fat Joe called DJ Khaled the Quincy Jones of hip hop. It's the same thing.
God.
Hype up your boy.
Bro, is Nora's podcast just becoming like the place to go for bad takes? Is that what's happening?
For old hip hop dudes to go and have bad takes.
Right? Like, clearly y'all need to stop drinking. It is not helping your case.
Not at all. Not at all. Or at least just do one, because they be getting crossfaded on his show. Like, just do one.
Very true. Very true.
Just do one, bro.
So no wonder Chris had to come out here and spit some dumbass poison so that he could poise on.
Yeah, what was the hold on. I don't even remember
the middle one.
What was it he said?
Stupid. Like,
it was play stupid. What was it here? I could play it. We could, because this, I don't think this is something you'd have to clear, right? Because it's not music.
Yeah, no, there's no.
It's just an interview, right?
Good. Yeah,
here we
got
go.
that shit up there.
In life, we gotta face our poison in order to poise on. Because you was born from your mother, you a poised son. Understand? That was hard. Like, when we gonna get
that was hard.
I'm so mad Nori hyped that up.
I know.
Like, I get it. Look out for your boy and everything, but you also gotta let him know when he fucking up. That was not a bar, my guy.
That wasn't.
That was not a bar.
That was a dud.
Yeah.
It was an absolute dud.
Also, no disrespect to Alicia Keys.
None at all.
Throw that out there.
None at all. I love Alicia Keys.
Yep. And clearly she loves him too, because my wife would leave if I said some shit like that.
Your wife would be like, I'm gonna have to poise on from here. Oh my god. Dog. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
Oh my goodness.
That video, the whole video, everything he said, and then Nore going, that's hard.
Right?
Like, no, it's not.
No, his face was the real reaction.
Yeah.
His words was cleaning that shit up.
Right? His face was like,
right?
What?
He had that Pusha T voice in his head.
Right? No. Nope.
Oh, man.
Cannot. Oh my god.
Speaking of cannot. So we got to go back to something that we said in our last recording here.
What was that?
Gwen Stefani.
Gwen Stefani? Gwen Stefani?
Yep.
Gwen what was Stefani. It we said? I'm gonna be honest, I forgot.
It's okay. We was talking about how she was coming under fire for cultural appropriation, right?
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, and I was the main one, like, yo, give Gwenny a pass, all right? It was early 2000s. The rules weren't invented yet. She didn't know, right? So today, I'm coming out, not to say that I made a mistake,
Mhm.
I had to say that Gwen Stefani is dumb as fuck because all she had to do was not say anything. Just let this shit blow over. The mob will find another person. No, instead she goes and she does a fucking interview.
Yeah.
And in this interview, she said,
I think I just saw this actually.
And I quote, "If we didn't buy and sell and trade our cultures in, we wouldn't have so much beauty, you know? We learn from each other. We share from each other. We grow from each other. And all these rules are just dividing us more and more." Honestly, everything up until that last sentence was salvageable.
Yeah.
But she just had to keep fucking talking.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
this is a prime example of like just knowing when to shut up, even when you like in the middle of talking.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. You don't got to give them everything. That's showbiz. You know what I'm saying?
You don't.
You should know this, Gwen. How many songs have we not heard?
Yep.
How many takes of the banana song did you use oranges instead? Or lemons? You know what I'm saying? We didn't hear those takes.
True.
Why? Because they were trash.
They were trash.
You know what else was a trash take? Saying that all these rules are just dividing us more and more. Fucking trash.
You know who I blame? I blame Blake Shelton. That's what I blame.
What?
Because now she's with that man. And I'm just going to blame him, period. Because they named him Sexiest Man Alive 2 years ago. And I was like, Jesus Christ. So
that was Sexiest Man Alive before Ed Sheeran? Or after Ed Sheeran?
I think it was Ed Sheeran Sexiest Man Alive?
He was one of them. And then there was some other country dude that was also Sexiest Man Alive.
I didn't know Ed Sheeran was named Sexiest Man Alive. If I had known that, my outrage would have equaled the Blake Shelton outrage.
Let me be accurate here.
Because at least Blake Shelton got like dad bod going for him. Ed Sheeran looked like a rat.
Well, I mean, it's better than fucking.
He looked like a rejected Weasley. I mean, true. John Legend is Arthur. I mean, straight up.
He won Sexiest Man Alive.
Yeah.
No offense to that nigga, but he kind of looks like Spock.
He do look like Spock.
A little bit.
I mean, look, he is. I mean, he's in shape though, at least. Like John Legend take care of his body at least. Oh, Ed Sheeran was nominated.
Yeah.
Well, that whole voting process is still dumb as fuck because he should not have been nominated whatsoever.
To his credit, Ed Sheeran went on record describing his nomination as utterly ridiculous.
Well, shout out to Ed Sheeran.
Right.
Shout out to Ed Sheeran. I'll say this, as critical as I'm being, if I was even nominated for Sexiest Man Alive, I'd be talking my shit. I'd be like, that's right.
No, he literally went on to say, I don't know who the voting party are for people, but thank you. It's very kind. But I'm sure I'm the only person on this list who has a belly. Then he compared himself to Austin Powers.
Dang. I mean,
absolutely. And then they tried to like course correct it, and I think they voted like Idris Elba, like after fucking up for 2 years straight, and people were like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yes. Yeah.
Shout out to Idris Elba, man.
Yeah, shout out to Idris Elba. He real.
Yeah.
But look at Blake Shelton. Just do me a favor. I know you know what he looked like, but just Google him one more time and just process that image. And that's what Gwen Stefani chose to be with.
He is. Well, I mean,
nah.
Damn,
there ain't no I mean. There ain't no I mean.
Bruh, this nigga's like he could. I see. Yo, maybe she just like Legos as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's all it was.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god! Shut up,
like I don't know what else it would be.
I don't know either. He got the voice, like he can sing, I guess.
Do he though? I mean,
I don't listen to his music.
That's what I was saying. Like,
I gotta listen to this man's music. I can't just roast him and not know what he does. Yo, shout out to this man. He wore a suit top and some blue jeans to something. Some formal. I'm just looking through Google Images for Blake Shelton, and there's a photo with him. LL Cool J is in like a full fucking velour tux, right behind Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani.
Oh my god!
And Gwen is in some weirdo half and half fucking dress bullshit because fashion, and Blake Shelton's just like word, formal up top, party down below.
Right? Oh my god! I can't.
I respect it.
I don't. Just plain and simple, I do not. Anyone else, I'd be like, word. But
Bro,
him, nah.
He performed near Tuscaloosa. I don't know what that means, but it sounds exotic.
That's where the University of Alabama is.
Roll Tide, I guess.
Roll Tide. Roll the damn tide.
Roll damn Tide. Exactly.
Oh my god.
Man, Zendaya was making fun of this man. I'm done. I can't out roast Zendaya.
She was making fun of Blake.
Yeah, she was making fun of Blake.
Wait. What she?
I don't know. I just saw the picture. Moving on. Speaking of niggas I don't give a fuck about, there's apparently a new Army ad that's out. So the Army and their latest recruitment tool has started to make this fucking video series called The Calling that does a little deep dive into the backgrounds of all of these soldiers that are joining. How does that video make you feel? Do you feel inspired to join the baddest fighting force the world has ever known?
Hell no. Like, like for context.
Uh-huh.
I'm not in the military. My father was a Marine for 20 years. And I don't mean to be the person that's like my daddy. I ain't Megan McCain. But like, I was born and alive while my dad was in the Marine Corps.
Yep.
While he was active duty, you know, and like, so I was just raised in that environment and surrounded by Marines at all times. And I have other family that are Marines, and I understand the weight that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not just to talk about the Marines, that's to talk about the military. I know people in the Army. I have an uncle that did 3 tours overseas in the Middle East. I know how heavy this can be. I know other people. I don't know it personally, but I am aware of how significant this is to serve your country and to give yourself to service.
Right.
In some way, shape, or form. And we're recording this. Memorial Day was recently, you know, shout out and love and appreciation to all of those who have fallen for our country and the families that have had to deal with that. You know, we love you and appreciate you. Valhalla, right? Mm-hmm. So my thing is, it just, that ad just comes off so campy. Like, really, you basically talked about this like little white privileged girl who happens to have gay parents that was like, I need to prove myself. I'm gonna join the military.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's any other career, like it's any other gig. It's not. You're almost defeating your own purpose because you're taking away the significance of what it is to serve the country.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a service member. I'm the son and child of a service member, and I have a lot of family in the service. So from my perspective, that's how I'm taking it.
I appreciate that take. For context, I am a service member. Spent 6 years with.
That's why when I said family, I meant you. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Say it again, not to cut you off, but yeah.
No, you're good. I spent 6 years with the Marine Corps Reserves. Now I'm in the Army National Guard. Made the transition so that I could try out for Army Special Forces, do that in the National Guard capacity because I really like my family and I don't like base housing. So, but yeah, so me and my Marine buddies saw that ad and just thought how terrible it was. Because dear God, I think it missed the mark of like everything that at least inspired our generation of dudes to want to join the military. Because like when I remember growing up and I remember seeing the Marine Corps commercial with the fucking dragon and that nigga went to slay that sword and I was like, yo, you get a sword if you go with them motherfuckers. Like 7 years old and I'm geeking because I'm in my brain thinking I'm the Green Ranger from Power Rangers and like, yo, I could get that flute, nigga. Like,
right, kill that dragon,
right?
Yeah,
right. You know, and then like I grew up, I watched Generation Kill on HBO, which referenced the same fucking commercial. We was like, hey man, every day you just got to get up and slay that dragon. Like that's been a fucking motivational driver for me. And it's just the whole idea of being in the, and like and also for context, like I joined the Marine Corps in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
That was back when we were still segregated between the sexes.
Mm-hmm.
Women trained over there, men trained over here. Not exactly like I'm not 80s Marine Corps. I'm not that kind of old Corps, but like to this new generation of Marines, like I represent the old Corps. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're definitely at the tail end of like
yeah.
what's been this like recent transition and modernization. Because I mean, I'm not going to talk about anybody specific, but like I've known people that seem to have decided to join the military because it was like a thing to do,
Mm-hmm.
whereas it wasn't like either the only choice or it was like a very serious like decision that they very much weighed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it was, I mean, there's a lot of people that do that through the years, but I think this is like the first ad I've ever seen that almost embraces this idea of joining the military because it's like convenient, because it's like the thing that's going to prove that you're tough.
Yeah.
Like to be in the same ad and describe, like, I had a friend that went to is climbing Mount Everest. Like, bitch, then run a marathon. Why the fuck you gonna join the military? Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Or like break a world record. I don't know, arm wrestle motherfuckers. Do something crazy. But
Yeah.
to prove your worth, you're gonna go into the military. You felt like things were handed to you. Like, bitch, learn a language. Like, you want to challenge yourself? Like,
And
get
that's
in shape. Go to the gym. Like,
facts. Facts.
power lift. I don't know, squat. Like, what kind of shit you talking about being, I want to be challenged? Like, I don't, bitch, be polyamorous. Have 5 boyfriends, know all their likes, be loyal to all 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of studying you got to do. You need flashcards. I don't know how they do it. I can't do that. But this, to
Yeah.
me, was like the most campy and I don't even know what other word for it, but like just such a really pathetic way of being like, join our fight, the America's, greatest fighting force, because you can prove yourself.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with all that. Like to me, it's kind of like the army went on Twitter and was like, okay, what are all the SJW tick boxes? 2 moms, check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorority girl, check.
Yeah.
Strong women, check. Uh-oh, moms got sick, just like in all the Disney movies, check.
Yeah.
Like, and they just went down to try to appeal to the same Tumblr generation that's like called the military agents of world chaos and destruction and all of that type of shit. Like,
Yeah.
I guess numbers are just really, really down. So
Yeah.
we're just kind of scraping the bottom of the fucking barrel for
Yeah.
anything and anybody that we can get, which is really unfortunate
Yeah.
because unlike the military, which is being forced to change, and I mean, I have my own personal feelings about it, but it's being forced to change so much. Like it's one thing
Yeah.
to try to say that like gay people shouldn't be able to join. It's one thing to say trans people shouldn't be able to join, right?
Yeah.
I think they should absolutely be able to join. It's another thing to basically assert that by joining they're going to be able to break stereotypes within the military and like change how the military views things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's
I
the
see what you're saying.
weird
Yeah.
part for me. Yeah, because like the military is a machine designed ultimately to do one thing, and that is to destroy other nations so that ours doesn't get destroyed.
Yeah.
And whether you like it or not, no matter what job you have,
Yeah.
every job in the military is essentially designed to support the
That.
enemy,
Yeah.
right? That machine that keeps everybody else at bay. So like
Mm-hmm.
it's not perfect, but it is a very specific thing, and it
Mm-hmm.
is a very dirty job, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
job that you can't change. You can't clean that up by being like,
Mm-hmm.
oh hey, but we have like a gay captain now, so that's cool, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
It,
just
yeah, it's almost like they're trying to clean up the problematic nature of what they do by becoming much more socially aware and inclusive.
right.
Whereas they should, by principle, they should be more
Mhm.
socially aware, inclusive,
Yeah,
like, or socially aware and inclusive. Like that
right.
should naturally be what we are doing. Like you said, gay people, trans people, you should be able to serve our country, period. You should be able to join the military. But
Mm-hmm.
shifting this entire focus while you're doing that at the same time is, I mean, it's kind of almost a disservice to being more inclusive
Yeah.
because you're like making it campy. by doing stuff like this.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's absolutely pandering. I will 1000%.
That's the word. I couldn't even think of it. Yeah, like it's pandering.
It just came to me. Yeah,
yeah.
But no, it's absolutely pandering to like the lowest common denominator of just liberal kids, essentially, who mean well, want to do all the right things, want to support everybody, and it's trying to spin the military's fucking narrative to fit that mold of what they think that it is. But I think that ultimately the military at its best should just be the only other ultimate meritocracy in society, right?
Yep.
Because in my opinion, we only really have two true meritocracies here. We have sports, doesn't matter where you came from, doesn't matter what you look like, doesn't matter what you believe in. If you can play sports ball better than anybody else in your fucking neighborhood, town, city, state can play sports ball, then you can earn your spot on a professional team and make millions, right? And then the military is the only other place where that, in my opinion, it should be true. Doesn't matter who you know, doesn't matter what you know, doesn't matter where you came from. If you can do your job as a soldier, Marine, Airman, Coast Guard, nigga, whatever the fuck, like, if you can do your job well, then you can succeed. Period. And that's where I think, and that's what in my opinion, the message we should be pushing as a military should be, is that, hey, come here. We don't care who the fuck you are. This is the standard. Can you meet the standard or not? Because that's the challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the standards. Can you do them? Yes or no? If you can do them, then come join us. If you can't, we don't need you. Period.
You hit the nail on the head where the military is one of the last meritocracies that truly exists, because like everywhere else that you can prove yourself or you can work, you can make a living, you can become somebody, knowing people is so important. Whereas in the military, that is not fucking true. I mean, my dad knows a lot of people that are either retired Marine Corps or they have kids who are in the Marine Corps now because they continue that legacy. And if I would have joined, that would not have done me any favors. It wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
That would have actually made things harder for
you. It would have made things harder because it's almost like you got to prove yourself. I know who your pops is. Are you like your pops? And that's the standard. It's not, oh, I know your dad, let me get you through this. Or I know your mom, let me help you through this. It's more like, are you like your mom? Because I know your mom could cut it. I know your dad could cut it. Can you? And they test you almost harder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm just saying the point is it wasn't going to be easier for me. And you could say, like you said, it's the same thing with sports, like at least from a player side. I'm very glad that you said if you could play because coaching is different.
Sure.
But yeah, if you can play your fucking tail off, you can go so fucking far, no matter who you know, no matter what you know. You know what I mean? So like, it comes off like it's too giving, and the military is a place that shouldn't be giving.
Yeah, especially the Army. Like, Army and Marine Corps, the reason why we have such a rivalry is because we're both ground-oriented forces. And so the whole idea of being a ground-oriented force, exactly, is who sucks more, whose life sucks more. And whoever's life sucks more wins.
Yes.
That's why grunts in the fucking Marine Corps are holy people. Everybody and their mother fucking, if they aren't a grunt themselves, if they're some fucking pogas MOS like mine, where they're in the armory all day, all they do is talk about, oh yeah, you know, I would have gone infantry, but my ASVAB score was too high and my recruiter fucked me. And you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wishes they could be infantry, because as soon as you go infantry and get that contract and you make it through SOI and you get to your unit, like, your dick grows an extra 3 inches.
Guaranteed. That's in the fine print.
Yeah, exactly. But like, infantry life sucks. Like, I've talked to these men fresh out of high school. By 21, their backs are broken. Their knees crack and pop.
And that's what, like, there is a period where, like, I very seriously was considering joining the military. And I was considering joining the same, like, going to the same boot camp.
And I told you not to do it.
Yep. And Tony told me, like, nah, bro. This is just the choice I'm making. It's not like you got to make it. It's not like this is meant for you. Like, even if, you know, I do this, I get through boot camp, whatever, that don't mean it's less about you. That don't make you less. Like, this is just my journey.
Right.
And my dad had told me too, like, you supported me. My dad even said, like, I know you can make it in the military. I just don't think that's the life that you should have, because I went through it.
Mm-hmm.
So why do I want you to be subjected to the same things? And that helped me think about it, like, and feel like I can let this go, because there was always a part of me. I remember the very first thing I ever wrote down, I was like 3.5, and my teacher in kindergarten asked me, or pre-K asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, I want to be like my dad. And I drew a picture of my dad in his dress blues
Mm-hmm.
with the American flag next to him.
Nice.
And I wanted to be a Marine for like so long.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so that was something that just conflicted with me so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I always felt like I would be less than if I didn't pursue it, or like if I didn't achieve it. You know what I'm saying? And then when my closest friend was like, I want to do this, I was like, damn, this is like even more reason to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then like, I remember like I was going to the gym a lot and I was trying to like get in good shape. And then I hurt my back. And that was like one of the moments where I was like, yeah, maybe I'm not built for it. I was like, I don't know, dog. And we were talking about it, and you had told me, like, nah, dog, like if your heart ain't in it, don't do it. This doesn't make you less than, this doesn't make you less than me. Like, this is just my journey, you know, and I want you to support me, and I'm going to support you. And that's what it is. And then even my dad said that, and I got over it. And I say all of that because that's what this ad like insults for me. The fact that I weighed that so much, and I literally was so stressed about it. And I felt such anxiety about living up to this certain standard that I had in my mind of like surpassing my dad. Because when I was growing up, my dad always told me, all I want is for you to do better than me.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Yeah.
My dad came from the fucking the slums, the ghetto in New York, and made something of himself. Got out. And he had to join the Marines to do it. My dad enlisted at 17. So my dad's like, just do better than me.
Yeah.
And my dumb ass was like, well, to do better, I'm gonna go become an officer.
Right.
Same fucking path, but I'm gonna one up my dad. And my dad was like, nah, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. Right. And then you helped me see that too. Yeah. And that's what I was like, all that thinking, all that stress, all that weight I felt. Seeing that ad is what really, like, I laughed and everything, but that's what pissed me off, because it's like you're making that seriousness that should be held into making that decision such a very minute and passing thing with how you perceived what it is to be in the military and to join the army.
Right.
You know?
No,
like,
I feel you. And I think to build on that sentiment, like, the military is also, on top of being a meritocracy, it's one of the few things in life that not everybody can do.
Yes, good point.
Like,
good point. Yeah,
there is a baseline medical screening that everyone has to go through in order to join the military. And some people are disqualified just by virtue of how they were born.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
And not to belittle anything, any other person, any other profession, whatever anybody else is doing, but like, anybody can go to college.
Yep.
Some people it takes longer to graduate than others.
Yep.
But anybody can do it. You just got to turn in the assignments. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can stay in academia for as long as you want to get whatever sort of degree that you want. You might be 60 by the time you get your doctorate, but you're still a doctor. Yeah. Some people, just by virtue of how they were fucking born, will never be able to wear the uniform that I wear on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I think that's yet another thing that this ad failed to capture, because this bitch is just like, oh, word, I just wanted to challenge myself. So on a whim, I decided to talk to a recruiter, and now look at me. And like, it's an animated fucking video, so it just makes it feel even more disconnected from reality.
Yep.
You know? Yep. And
it makes it feel more possible and more whimsical.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're literally watching an anime. And then just to go a little bit deeper, like, one of the main reasons why I ended up joining was because, like you, I was trying to outdo my dad. Like, my biological dad is kind of a piece of shit. And I'm only say kind of because I don't really know him too well. But like, from what I've seen, I'm not impressed. Yeah. But the things that I do know about him is that I know that he was a soldier in the army for a little bit. He went and saw some shit in Desert Storm. And he proceeded to like fuck up in life ever since then. So I'm thinking, okay, I gotta outdo my dad.
Yeah.
So instead of enlisting in the Army, fuck it, I'm enlisting in the Marine Corps.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a harder initial pipeline than you did.
Mm-hmm.
And not only am I going to enlist in the Marine Corps, I'm going to like get promoted and stay and hit those NCO ranks and get high marks throughout my entire career. You can look me up. First class PFT CFT. All 6 years I was in.
Talk that shit.
Yeah, like,
Hell yeah.
all 6 years I was in.
Hell
4, 5, 4, 6 pros cons.
Yeah.
All 6 years I was in. Like talk to anybody I served with. They will tell you the fucking truth. Like I was always on my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was in my head racing against my fucking dad, trying to beat where he was when he was my age.
Yep.
And at this point, I think I've handedly lapped that nigga. So now
Talk that
the
shit.
ghost of his potential. Cause like I want to bury, you know what I'm saying, the idea that I'm just trying to bury the idea that I could potentially fuck up that catastrophically in life. Where I don't have a relationship with like one of my sons. That's wild to me.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So
it
like
is, yeah.
Same way you were trying to like live up to the image of your dad and be better than him because that's what he wanted for you. I'm just dealing with childhood trauma.
Yeah.
So we out here.
So we out here.
You know, but like
yeah.
Part of that like motivation for me, part of the fuel that I'll fucking thrive off of nowadays is literally just having to outdo this man that I don't really know.
Yep.
So
yeah.
It's weird.
It
weird,
is.
but it helps me tap into this really. It helps me be comfortable with the dark places.
Yeah.
And that sounds a little dramatic, but you know, sometimes it be sucking, dog.
Yeah.
And then everybody else complaining. I'm like, it's not that bad.
Yeah, this isn't that bad. So I want to transition because I feel like we're having a lot of like life sort of conversations because I want to talk about, I have these random questions and they're just random questions that I sort of thought of. Some of them I've seen before and they were like interview questions that get you like, you know, thinking. They're thought provoking, you know.
Okay.
This was something that I found fascinating because I feel like it makes you reflect, makes you think, and it gives you a hint as to what people go through or have been through or how they're thinking at the time.
Okay.
And
are you gonna ask the name of my first pet?
No. No. We're not getting your porn star name. No, I'm playing. But, oh damn, we didn't even talk about Bradley Beal.
Yo.
Damn.
My hands work. I was like, yo, he the realest.
That man real, bro. Like,
real as hell.
Oh my God. Because that's what I was like, everybody can get it, bro. The Malice in the Palace happened for a reason. That should happen once a year. Just to remind fans, like, you can get this work.
Bro, fans should enter into a lottery to win the opportunity to box with one mystery player from the NBA.
One mystery player?
One mystery player.
The funny thing is, it could be the doofiest fucking basketball player, but oh boy, could be training MMA in the offseason. Like,
could be
could be
Chris Paul. I don't know who I would want to fight between those two. It might be Porzingis, to be honest.
Yep. Oh yeah, no. I'm be honest.
I ain't boxing Chris Paul. He dirty.
If I had to choose between Chris Paul and Kristaps, I'm fighting Kristaps. And Kristaps is 7'2".
Yeah,
I'm 5'8". Like, I'm going straight for his knee. Like, it is over. He could swing, he could grab me, whatever. I'm a kick, punch, bite his kneecap. It don't matter.
Headbutt that nigga in the belly button. I don't give a fuck.
Hit him like Omni-Man hit his kid into the train.
Right, exactly. Be a torpedo aimed at that nigga's bread basket. Shit straight for a week.
Right? He was like, you ever heard of a sternum? Blop!
Oh, my ribs.
Right? Oh, I can't breathe.
My ribs. I don't know how it sounds.
Right? It's like, this is an accurate impersonation, but...
Right.
All right, so I got these random questions. I feel like all of them do some kind of service to understanding people, where they've been, what they've been through, all that. So I'm just going to go through it and we'll talk, whatever. I thought some of them were very thought-provoking, so I'm just going to go off of some random ones.
All right.
Okay. What life lesson did you learn the hard way?
Damn, we going there already?
Yeah, we diving.
Oh, what life lessons did I learn the hard way?
Yeah.
Lying is a waste of time.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
You out here talking about going deep, and you had that shit in the chamber. That was good, bro. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I guess. I mean, it's one of those that just it's real simple, but I think it's real poignant because it applies to so many things in life. Because
Mhm.
a lot of shitty situations I've been in have just been me trying to cover for some shit that I lied about earlier, and it was just like, I might as well just tell you the truth once. That way, I can forget about it. Life's a lot easier that way.
I got you. I got
Because
you.
no matter what I told you, it was true at the moment. So shit,
Right.
probably be able to
I
stand
like
by
that. I like that. That's funny. Oh my god. Well, for me, first thing that pops in my head, and it may be obvious based off of like relationships, but
Mhm.
like loyalty is a two-way street.
Facts.
So I say that because it's like it ain't even like, and I say relationships because like it's not even like relationships and like, oh, he or she cheated, I should move
Mhm.
on, like boom.
Mhm.
But it's like whatever it is that you are bringing to the table, you got to make sure that another person is bringing to the table, and that's not just relationships; it's friendship.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like now I'm at the point where it's like, if somebody ain't bringing that same energy, I can either move on,
Mhm.
or if I'm trying, I'm not going to be as heartbroken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you learned you can't deal with poison. Poise on.
You got a poise on because you was a poise
Poise
on.
on.
That shit was hard. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh Lord. Oh my god.
Shout out
Listen,
Swiss Beats. I still love that man.
right? Yeah. To be honest, as much as I get critical of the people on that show, I love everybody. So shout out to Swiss Beats, Norray, Fat Joe, DJ Khaled. It don't matter. Like I
Yep.
love all of y'all. Yeah, I have a place in hip hop. It don't matter. Like
Shout out to my real Africans.
oh my god. Okay, here's another one.
What up?
What do you wish you spent more time doing 5 years ago?
Masturbating. What?
Ditto.
Oh shit! What was 5 years ago?
Same.
2016.
Yeah. So you at this point you were already in the Marines.
Yeah, I was already there.
Yeah, bro.
Already there. We had just moved
Boston, right?
from Boston. Yeah, we had moved from Boston to.
Oh shit.
I was
God damn, we old.
Actually,
I was
no.
thinking you went to
It was
Boston.
our second year in Boston.
Okay.
2015 was my first year. Yeah,
Damn,
but
I
we
was
ended up
about to
moving
be
in
like,
August of that year.
I was about to be like, bro, my knee started aching when you said that. I was like, I'm old as shit.
Right? No, we moved in August of that year. But what's something that
That's
I
bad.
wish I was doing more?
Yeah, like you spent more time doing.
More time doing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, it could be anything. It could be certain hobby, like anything.
Oh no, I got to think about that one. Something I spent more time doing.
I would say
Yeah, what you got?
personally, I had just started my master's program
Mm-hmm.
and I was working in a middle school. I was a librarian. I would say I wish I had spent more time doing more with other people, because I remember that year I spent a lot of time like traveling to see people I knew,
Mm-hmm.
spending time with people I knew,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't as willing to meet people I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I think if I would have been willing to do that, I would have dated more, I would have had more adventures, I would have felt a little bit more confident.
I feel you.
But I kind of stuck in the same playing field, like same area, same sort of vibe all the time, just to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I did see J-Lo in Soho though. That was cool.
Nice.
Yeah, that was really cool. She was across the street. I saw all these flashing bulbs. I was like, what's going on? I was drunk as hell. And she walked into this building and I was just like, oh my Lord.
Was it legit?
It was.
Damn.
It was. It really was.
Damn.
Granted, that was 5 years ago, but it was.
Whatever.
It don't matter. Yeah. Yeah. I saw her and I literally was like just staring.
Yep.
And my friend was like, yo, you good? I was like,
Nope.
I was like, motherfucker, that's J-Lo. And he was like, what? I was like, that is J-Lo. He was like, what? I was like, dog, I would drink her bathwater. And he was like, let's just walk. Like, you losing it. And I was like, all right. You're right.
No, just a little bit more.
Yeah. I was like, wait. And then she went inside and I was like, all right.
Right. I wish
That's a hard one, right?
It really is, because I feel like I was doing a lot that year. Like that was a particularly busy year for me.
And that was my thing, was like I had felt, that's why I said what I said, because I felt like I
Mhm.
was busy and I kept busy.
Mhm.
But thinking back, I was always busy just with family or friends and not
Right.
necessarily kind of going out of my comfort zone.
I feel you. I'd say I wish
yeah.
I was a bit more ambitious that year. Which sounds crazy because I just said I was really busy. But
No, but you could
like,
get by. Like
yeah.
everybody knows that, where you, well, not everybody, but I understand that, where it's like you super, super busy,
Mhm.
but you look back and you're like, I could have actually done more if I had refocused or.
Yeah, because for context, like I had just gotten out of like my initial training pipeline, and then I had just gotten to my reserve unit that year.
That's right.
Basically, the reserve unit was like, "Hey, bro, I don't know if you have a civilian job lined up or not, but I work for the security company. I'm pretty sure you could get in good. They're always looking for military guys." And so I was like, oh, "Okay, cool." And I just kind of like went with the flow.
Yeah.
Applied to that security gig, got it. And it was like a nice cushy gig. It made ends meet. I was working night shift. It wasn't particularly great, but like it paid the bills.
Yeah.
And I was cool with that for the time being. So if I were a bit more ambitious, I might have been able to find something. I might have been able to have like established or at least set my foot in like a career that I would have been a little bit more proud of having.
I got you.
While I was in Boston, to actually feel like I conquered that city.
Yeah.
Not just like I could survive in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I understand that. I think that's a good answer, because like realistically, like you can say you want to be more ambitious, but what you said is very focused and targeted. It's like if you would have found that specific like niche.
Yeah, like
I
could.
I don't even know how to say that word, but like
Yeah, I'm thinking back on it, like I could have been there for like maybe a couple of months instead of a couple of months. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah.
Here we go. This one I like because it's sort of the opposite, where it's not what you lament, but what's something that you can do today that you weren't capable of a year ago and or 5 years ago?
I can squat 220.
Hey. Hey.
No, I think I'm a better listener now.
And
like I'm way better at being intentional when it comes to like conversations with people and like understanding where they're coming from.
Got you.
Responding to that.
Got
I think
you.
5, 10 years ago, especially, I was a prick. Because
what's funny is I'm thinking about you 10 years ago, because I've known you for 11 years now.
Yeah.
Which is wild to fucking say. Oh my fucking God. That's crazy. But I remember you like 11 years ago. And I think maybe it was situational, because 11 years ago, I felt like you were you still are, but like you were one of the coolest people I ever knew.
Right.
And you were so cool, just like an awesome vibe. And then as the years went, I grew to appreciate you as like a brother of mine. But even then, I was like, Tony's like the coolest fucking kid I've met. Like, but that's why I was saying it may be situational. Maybe there was people that you didn't see as important, and you were just like, okay.
Yeah,
like,
no, that
whatever.
Yeah, look at like if I think about it, like a lot of my interactions during that late teen, early 20 period of my life.
Yeah.
I felt like the main character of a video game, and I'm just like, okay, NPC.
Right.
Skipping through dialogue, picking an option that I know you want because this is the good one, this is the bad one.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I would fuck with people just to make conversations interesting. Like him wasn't all that bad. He cared about Germany. It's bad to care for your country. Like dumb shit.
And you see them like they panic. Yeah.
I remember when I was in I think I was in like our remember we had like a leadership class or some shit like that.
Oh my god, yeah! Like
Yeah.
every freshman class, or no, freshman and sophomore. But we
Yeah.
were grouped together. But yeah, we had to do
Yeah.
that every fall, I think.
Yeah. One time, at one point in that in that course, we were talking about Mother Teresa because we were like on the topic of visionary leadership, and I was just like, "Fuck Mother Teresa. She was a fucking bitch." and like, and I meant that shit. She was a fucking bitch. She made a whole career on helping people receive salvation through suffering. Then when it was her time to fucking suffer, because God is like, well, you bout that shit or you bout that shit. She's like, nah, give me all the meds, all the drugs, give me all the treatment. I want to pass comfortably.
Yeah.
Fucking hypocrite.
Oh my god.
And normally I'm not mad at hypocrites, but if you claim that you don't like hypocrites or you stand by a whole book that has chapters upon chapters dedicated to Jesus being like, yo, fuck hypocrites, then maybe you shouldn't be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to people dying of horrible diseases, you know? Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
I got you.
So yeah, I was kind of a prick. I think I've gotten better about it though.
I'll be honest, I ain't seen a difference. No, I was always cool. I was always in the clear. No,
can't relate.
Right? Can't relate. Like, y'all weren't cool with it. No. What can I do today that I wasn't capable? Wow, you heard me. Capable. What can I do today that you weren't capable of? Yo, I can't fucking talk today.
Yeah, what can you do now that you wasn't doing 10 years ago, fool?
What can I do now that I wasn't doing 10 or 5 years ago that is stick with the same church? I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna delete that. I'm deleting that.
Our Hendrix.
Right.
Who art the heathen.
Who art the
lean.
Oh my god.
Thy drugs be done on earth as they are in Hendrix.
Yes, they are in Hendrix.
Give us this future. Our daily bread.
Oh my god.
Nobody save me. Thine is the kingdom. Power and the glory forever.
I had that shit loaded in the chamber for this entire conversation. I was like, I'm ready. But what can I do today that I wasn't capable of 5 years ago?
Choach. Typical.
Typical. I would say what I could do today that I wasn't capable of 5 years ago is be selfish when necessary.
Hey.
I felt like I was very much a people pleaser 5 years ago.
Yup.
A year ago, what can I do today that I wasn't capable of a year ago is manage my anxiety. Because I would say a year ago, I was really leaning on my medication. Whereas now, I still take my medication, but I have much better coping mechanisms, which is, I will give myself time. I will take, do breathing exercises and shit. As corny as it sounds, it helps. But I can manage it a lot better. Whereas a year ago, I feel like I was much more. A year ago is difficult though, because like the pandemic was happening like in full swing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's part of why I say the anxiety, because I'm a little bit of a germaphobe. So there was part of me that was freaking out the entire time I would go outside of my apartment.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would say I managed my anxiety better.
That's good.
Yeah, like, oh my god, it's so much better.
Yeah.
Ooh.
A year ago for me, I'd say I'm better about making plans.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, like a year ago, my schedule would be off by a day, and I'm just like, "What the fuck?" And then I'd throw myself off for a week. But now I'm way better at taking things a day at a time, compartmentalizing that shit.
Yep. Yeah, I feel that. I like that. Let me see. Ooh, hold on. I got something. Here we go. Okay. Damn, I lost it. Nope. There it is. I was just gonna phrase the question differently, and then I had it in my mind. I lost it.
Got you.
What small act of kindness were you shown as a child that you will never forget?
Oh man, this is gonna sound so stupid. Um, so there was this boy that my sister was dating in high school,
Yeah.
and like he came over the house while like the parents were gone. So I don't know what happened. All I know is I was playing video games, and then after he was done hanging out with my sister, he came over and he talked to me about my video games I was playing because he was playing Metal Gear Solid 2. So we had a whole ass conversation about Metal Gear Solid, and then he left.
So what's the lesson? what was the kindness?
Lesson? I
Act
need a
of
lesson.
kindness.
That was kind of shit, nigga. You about to just walk over to somebody's house and then acknowledge their little kids? Like, I'm not acknowledging nobody else. I'm here for you.
I got you.
Been there, done that. Did not acknowledge nobody. Just dipped.
Oh my god.
I respected that though. I really did.
I get that.
And it's like,
yeah,
in a weird ass way. Like, I'm weird with kids. I'm so fucking weird with kids. It's bad.
I feel like you're a natural.
What?
When I see you, at least when I see you with your niece and nephew, it's the only time I've seen you with kids.
And those are the niggas that I feel like I'm weird with. Because I'm
Really?
I don't know what to say to this little nigga. Like, go do something. Like, stop. I can't tell you how many times I've told my nephew, stop being weird. Because, like, I don't understand what else to say. Like, he'll sit under the fucking table and growl. And I'm like, nigga, what are you? Stop being weird.
Like, you're like, cease and desist.
Right.
Get the fuck up.
He's just like, I like it because it's dark. And I'm just like, nigga, it's daytime.
Right.
What the
Are you a
fuck
bat?
you
Are
about?
you a bat?
Right. Stop being a dog. I'm not a dog. Dogs poop and pee outside. Yeah, but they also growl at niggas. Like, stop being stop being weird.
Think, Mark. If you growl, you sound like a dog. I'm gonna call you a dog. That's so funny.
I'm just saying the fact that an older nigga, because at the time, like, I was not used to older people just like sitting down and talking with me on my level. So the fact that an older person took the time to just talk to me on my level when there was no incentive for him to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was something special. And it sounds stupid, I know. I
No,
get it.
I'm gonna say this.
On the surface, it sounds dumb as hell. Like, I understand.
No,
That is fine.
when you explain
it was special to like to little Toney that didn't have niggas to talk to. So,
I'm gonna say the fact that was the first thing that popped up. I'm like, I know this shit is genuine.
Yeah,
like for real. Like,
you can't make something like that up. What about you?
For me, I remember one time going to school, and it's funny because my mom, till this day, will make it about me. Till this day, she'll make it about me. Mm-hmm. But I remember coming home and I complained to my mom for 3 straight days about how this kid in my class, and there was this kid in my class who was coming to school and didn't have no lunch. Mm-hmm. And then he didn't have money to go online to go buy anything.
Right.
And I kept saying, like, he doesn't have any food. And my mom would always bug out. The reason why I came out was because my mom would bug out. I would come home and I was like, Mom, I'm hungry. Can I eat? And my mom would be like, no, you're going to have dinner in like 2 hours. Like, you're going to ruin your dinner. Yeah. And I'm like, Mom, no, I'm hungry. I promise I'll eat dinner. And she's like, why did you eat your damn lunch? Like, you know, being a typical mom, like, I packed all that damn food. And you telling me, like, your fat ass still hungry? And I was like, and then I like fessed up and it was like, I gave like, you know, because my mom would like cut my sandwich in half, and I gave half my sandwich to this kid who didn't have any food. Yeah. And then I had like, I don't know, chips or something or goldfish, whatever the fuck. And I would like give him half of like the little plastic baggie. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then the only thing I wouldn't give him was my juice because I was like, that's my juice.
Right.
This is my high C. But, right. But I had the, what is it called? Squeeze-Its. Do you remember that? It was a plastic bottle, and it was in the shape of like an old school Coca-Cola bottle. Mm-hmm. But it was plastic.
Yeah. With the little cap thingies at the top?
Yeah, they had Kool-Aid, and then they had another brand.
Yeah, them off-brand shit. Yeah.
The off-brand shit was called Squeeze-Its. And then they had the shit where you could
never call them Squeeze-Its.
No, that was the name of the brand, though. That was
we never called them by the name.
But they had the shit where you would put the pellet in it, and it would change colors.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That was the fancy ones. We had the knockoff ones you could get in bulk from like Sam's Club or whatever the fuck.
Oh, yep.
It was just the little jammers.
Yeah.
Forget what we
See?
called them.
See how much
I
they
guess
fuck
they
with
were
people though? Because my parents could never get the fucking membership at Santa's Club, but we could get that damn
Oh,
stupid ass juice.
that was my grandma all day.
Oh, your grandma?
Yeah, she had.
Yeah, my mom would buy that one juice thing because of the
Mhm.
pellet, but she was like, "You get one treat," and I'd be like, "The shit with the pellets." Like, because I love the shit. It'd be red, and you put the pellet, and you shake it, it turned blue.
No wonder you out here praying the future. You've been popping perky since a long
That's a good point.
My nigga said 7 years old. The pellets.
Right? Let me get that Molly Perkins.
That dirty Sprite.
Right? Let me get that lean, mama. Let me get that lean. No, but I remember I had all that. I would give this kid some.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom was like, "Why are you giving this kid your food?" And my mom thought I was getting like bullied to give this kid my food.
Of course.
And I was like, "No, he doesn't have food." And she was like, "What do you mean?" And she was confused because I went to this school that was predominantly Jewish kids.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom, being my ghetto ass mom at the time, was like, "They all got money. Why the fuck is this kid taking money from or food from you?"
Right.
And it was like this one kid his parents just weren't well off. He never had food, or they abused him. I don't know, but he never had food. And so my mom started packing extra, which is wild to think about because we didn't have that much money.
Exactly.
So my mom would be like, "What I'm gonna do is you're still gonna split the sandwich, but I'm gonna pack you 2 baggies of like goldfish or whatever fucking snack or pretzels.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna pack you 2 juice boxes. And then you give him the pretzels, you give him the juice boxes.
Word.
But then at least you get half a sandwich too."
Word.
And that taught me like, just because you're doing better than other people doesn't mean that you got to keep it for yourself. Like that was the first time I was ever shown that,
Mm-hmm.
especially because we didn't have the means.
Right.
And that made me let me know, like, if you can't afford to, depart with something that you don't necessarily need,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to help somebody, then sometimes that's a good thing to do. And
Word.
it's okay if you don't, because there's a lot of families that didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't this kid's only friend.
Yeah.
But like, my mom was willing to do that. Let me see. Damn. A lot of these are good. I feel like, damn, I got a couple. I feel like we could go rapid fire for like the next 5 minutes.
What you got?
Who's the strongest person you know?
Me. Nah, that's a lie. Fucking Marcus Evans.
Marcus Evans?
Yeah, he's a buddy that I know from my days of hard drinking and chain smoking. And he was the guy who never did any of those things. Fucking loves heavy fucking music.
Yeah.
Like in the metal scene from Richmond. His dad's an army dude. We look like we could be brothers, except he is a massive, massive individual that's a firefighter now.
I know who he is.
Always pushing weight like that.
Yeah.
Whew.
Damn. All right.
Literally, whenever I need inspiration, be like, this thing's a little bit heavy. I see him doing like 286 Larson press. And I'm just like, fuck my life.
Fuck my life.
Yeah.
So is that literally strongest?
Literal strength from picking shit up and putting shit down. Yes.
Okay. So figuratively, who's the strongest person you know?
My wife.
Word.
She is a 5'2", 120-pound female that is pushing out my son. Dear God.
I love it. I love it.
I have no idea.
I love it. I love it. For me, I would say my mom. My mom definitely at some point when I was 11 flatlined, was in a coma for 3 months. And if you see her today, you wouldn't know that she went through all that shit.
Yeah.
I would also give a shout out to my fiance because she is a doctor and works the wildest schedule and sees a lot of the craziest shit I've ever heard, and just has to wake up the next day and go to work like nothing happened. Whereas in anybody else's job, your ass would get like a week off. She sees some pretty terrible things. So shout out to my fiance, my future wife. Shout out to my mom. When have you worked hard and loved every minute?
Marine Corps.
Marine Corps. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of
Um,
times having those stupid fucking field ops where everything goes to shit, and then at the end it's just you eating a fucking Star-Kissed tuna MRE, talking shit with the guys, and it's just like life doesn't get much better than that.
I like it. There's something about just overcoming. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't matter how shitty, you know what I mean? It could be
yeah,
terrible or just a mild inconvenience, but you get over it and you just get this high.
yeah. And it
Yeah,
helps when you sneak a fifth of whiskey out to the field with you too, so you can just chill out.
I love it. For me, I would say writing because I know how many times I've hit writer's block or how many times I've had to do thorough research. And there's nothing better than when people read it and they look at me and say, like, hey man, that was great. Or I love what you had to say, or I'll say anything I create because I've had people say that they like my podcast, and that means so much to me. Um, Let me see. How many of your friends would you trust with your life?
I'm very fortunate, dude. I'm
Yeah,
very fortunate in that regard. Yeah, I can definitely say more than five.
more than
Confident.
five?
Yeah, I'm extremely fortunate in that regard.
Yeah, you better than me.
Trust nobody.
Right?
Not
You're in
even
a better situation than me. It's like you are a mild inconvenience for me being screwed. That's all I gotta say. I was gonna say a friend, because
Yeah.
that's the stipulation, is a
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
I would say one. I would say one. And it's my man Stuart Little. No, I'm playing.
God
No.
damn.
I would say one, and I would say it's you because I think I'm just not trusting enough to let any. Actually, nah. Damn, yo,
Take
I'm
that text.
right. For those of y'all that can't see the video, Toney just flicked off text.
Respect.
Yeah, respectfully. I would. Okay, I'm being an asshole. I would say 3 at most, though. It would definitely be 3 at most. My default was you, definitely you, but Tex and my other homie. I don't want to say her name because I don't really have permission to say her name on airwaves. Look at me saying airwaves like I'm on the radio.
Right?
But basically, my groom's party. Those are the people that I trust in my life. Let me see. What would you not give up for 1 million in cash?
Sex. Next question.
The funny thing is, my joke answer was gonna be like, "What's that?" What would you not give up for 1 million in cash? Oh well, for me, I would say my family. Like if somebody was like, "You can't," or no, people I love because that would span further. But if somebody
Define
would
give up though.
like just not interacting with at
Yeah,
all.
like if they gonna get okay, then I got 1 million. Y'all still good.
I see. I mean, that is logical. I can't
Win-win.
refute that. I can't
All
refute
the way
that.
around. Sex, on the other hand,
Because my thing.
$1 million, no pussy.
It's
It's a lose-lose.
I think that is debatable, but you bring up very good points. Like I'm sitting here and I'm like, I mean, let me see. Are you more worried about doing things right or doing the right things?
Doing things right.
Yeah, me too. I was gonna say that's an easy one for me. Yeah, because it's like, yo, if I decide to kill somebody, I want to get away with it.
Right?
Like that was the first thing that popped in my head was like, if I can hide the body and get away with it, then I'm doing it right.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the most desirable trait a person can possess romantically or not?
Damn, we going on a date, nigga?
I mean, ooh, ooh, how you doing?
Right.
I would say for me, just so I'm just gonna go first because I already know.
Go
But
ahead.
I was just gonna say loyalty.
Loyalty, that's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good one. I'm gonna say
mean,
personality.
Yeah, because you ain't gonna be friends or dating if that don't work.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
You can't be boring.
That's true. I only said loyalty because I know I have a couple friends that I know whose personalities I'm like, but I know they have my back.
True.
So at least it's like, I think we both got good. Those are good answers.
Yeah.
What is something that you know you do differently than most people?
Think.
What?
Think.
Oh, think.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah. I try to see the different angles to shit.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Me is getting dressed. I put my socks on first. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
So weird.
I'm playing. I just thought that would be so random and good to put in. Now what I do differently.
Shit like I put my pants on 2 legs at a time. Like
I mean, like, yeet. He's like, you leap every day? Like, use a frog every day? What I do differently than I know I do more than most people, honestly, I would say is not be empathetic to a fault, because I try to be very empathetic, but I'm very quick to say, man, fuck them people. So I think I do that differently than most people, because I think most people are one or the other too much. But I think I have a good gear of being like, I could be empathetic right now, or be like, nah, like get hit by a bus. I don't care.
Facts. All emotions or no emotions.
Exactly, like all or nothing. I'm invested or I'm out. Like Shark Tank.
Right.
Is there anything you're holding on to that you need to let go of?
Absolutely.
I love that. You were just like, yes, next question.
Right.
Nothing specific. Oh my God. To be honest though, I feel the same way. It's like, I don't know if I have one thing, but
yeah, I might let it go when I'm 50.
Right?
Maybe.
We can't be like Bill Burr where we just die with that shit that we can't let go.
I might. Shit, it drives me.
Right? You're like, it's the reason I succeed.
Facts.
Yeah, I would say the same, honestly. It's like, yep. Just yep.
1000%.
How old would you be if you didn't know how old you are?
16 probably.
16. Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that answer. I think mine would be 20.
I
look young, but I think I'm also dumb enough that they'd be like, yeah, he's young.
Yeah.
Excluding romantic relationships, who do you love?
You, dog.
Oh my goodness.
Easy.
I'm not gonna lie. I asked that question just because I knew what the answer was. Now I'm playing. Likewise, I love you too. I love you too. What is your earliest childhood memory?
Wow, earliest childhood memory.
Yeah, I like asking this because it varies. Because some people are like, when I was 2, and then some people are like, when I was 9, and it's like, yo, what happened in your childhood that 9 is the earliest?
Right. I don't know. I think my earliest childhood memory was being in my grandma's kitchen, and it was one of the few times she would have the TV on, and it was on the news.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like some sort of it might have been like Martin Luther King Day or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, they just started showing like civil rights footage, and I remember like my brain actually recording like all this footage, seeing niggas getting hosed and having dogs sicked on them and shit. Yeah. And I'm like asking my grandma, like, what the fuck? Like, why are they doing this to these people? And my grandma is just like, oh, because those are racist white people. They hate black people because they're black. And I'm just like, I hate white people. And you were like preschool the next day, and I just saw like I was like, fuck whitey. I can't.
Right.
Gotta ride for mines. Y'all saw the news last night. Y'all saw what was happening.
You're like, hi, Baker.
Right.
Shoves into mulch.
Exactly.
By the swing set. Oh my God.
It was bad.
Yeah. The earliest childhood memory for me, I remember being 3, and we lived in Oceanside, California. And my dad was stationed in San Diego. He went to work. We were in this townhouse, but it was like vertical town housing. I don't even know if that explains it, but it was like one on top of the other rather than side by side.
Yep.
And we had this little patio kind of porch type of thing that extended out from the apartment or townhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And we had this hillside right at the end of the street that went up into these trees and forest. and my mom would put a blanket out there and she would read to me, and I would read with her. And then at nighttime, we would sit out there waiting for my dad to come home
Mm-hmm.
because I always loved to see the car park, and I'd be like, "Dad's home," and we would sit there, and on the hillside in the trees, you would see these gleaming yellow dots, and they were the eyes of coyotes.
Oh.
You said what?
I thought it was Marsoc creeping.
There was like mad coyotes that would come down,
Mm-hmm.
and they would chill and even chill on the street, but they wouldn't mess with people.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and like, but their eyes shined in
Yeah.
the moonlight. That sounds romantic as hell, but like
Right.
there was mad, like it's one of the most vivid things I remember. And as a kid, I was fascinated, but looking back as an adult, I'm creeped out because like literally, it's like fireflies, but they weren't moving, and they
Oh,
just stood in one spot, and there's a bunch of them.
that's so fucking wild.
And then, like me as an adult, I'm like, they were watching me, but as a kid, I was like, coyotes.
yeah.
And that I remember that vividly, was being on that little patio, and my mom reading to me in the daytime, us waiting for my dad. And then I remember very vividly when my grandfather passed away, and my dad locked himself in the bathroom, and that's the first time I ever heard him cry.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two things I remember the most.
Damn.
Because I was 4 when my grandfather passed, but I was 3 when we first moved there.
Damn.
And those are the things I remember the most. And then we moved to New York, and I remember all of New York. Probably because New York was traumatized. No, I'm playing. But let me see. I'll give you one more, and then I'll let you go because I know you got to go to bed.
Alrighty.
Unless you want to do more, because we could do a couple more fast. I don't know. It's up to you.
I mean, Lem.
All right,
On it at Lem. Lem, we're signing off.
Lem. All right, I got you. Let me see. What are 3 moral codes you will never break? I think that might have been too deep for like the 8 minutes we got.
It's okay. It's okay. We're here. 3 moral codes I will never break.
Yeah.
Beer is nectar of the gods.
Can't disagree.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, can't disagree.
Number 2, be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And number 3, always be willing to do better.
Damn.
Yeah. I got hit with that one today, so that one's fresh.
I say damn because that was actually one of mine. I'm not kidding. For me, it's never stop wanting to do better.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is never stop being loyal to the people that love you back.
Yep.
And then number 3 is to make sure I elevate people around me.
That's what's up.
I think that's one thing that's always been on my mind, like through life, is if I help 1 or 2 people, that's better than not helping anybody at all.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if I die tomorrow, or if I die in 50, 60 years, if I know I help people, I'm gonna be happy. It's gonna be fine. On top of the other 2.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Let me see. What's something you read online recently that inspired you?
Huh. Read?
He said read?
I read my newest article for the ATB network.
Hey, what's up? Hey, shout out to ATB.
That inspired me.
Gang. All right. Yeah. I mean, I would say mine. Well, damn, that wasn't reading because I heard it, but I was gonna be like, you was a poison.
Because you your poison.
Poison. Damn. The thing is, it's read.
Yeah.
Because I honestly was gonna say it was the video of that 17-year-old shoving that bear.
Mm-hmm.
Because that shit was inspiring.
I did not see that.
You haven't seen? Oh,
nope.
I shared it on Facebook, so you guys see it. But it was literally a mama bear with her cubs.
Yep.
And they're walking along this stone like fence between these 2 houses.
Mm-hmm.
and these dogs are in the backyard barking, 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 barking.
Yeah.
And the bigger dog runs up like, whoa, 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 this is my crib.
Yeah.
And the mama bear's like, bitch, and goes like to swipe at it, and he gets scared.
Right.
Runs off. It's still swiping at the little dogs. This woman runs out, and there's the whole thing's recorded from a camera, like at the top of the back door. And this woman runs out, and I did not realize this woman is 17, so it was not even a woman. It's a kid.
Damn.
She runs out, sees the bear attacking the dogs, literally full on hauls ass over and just shoves the bear off the gate.
Holy shit.
Like a fucking offensive lineman. Like she was just like, bitch, and just collided with the bear. I shared it on
Mama Bear.
Yeah, the mama bear said, ah, and just fell off the gate like, yo.
Yeah.
And I shared it on Facebook, and I was like, I know damn well I wouldn't do that for my dog, because I know damn well my dog wouldn't even be in the backyard because he a bitch. He would have saw the bear and been like, he would have been like, Daddy, there's a bear. Yeah. That might be a big ass dog. I don't know what it is, but it's on the gate.
I got guns.
My thing was, she ran up and shoved it. Like, I ain't got no gun, but my ass would have grabbed a fucking broomstick, something.
Hell no.
I'm hitting it with something. Like,
I'm shooting right in front of that motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. No, I don't have a gun.
But I ain't hitting it to piss it off.
Well, that's fair.
There's gonna be like, bitch, break down fence, swipes at everybody.
Right? I know. I saw somebody on Twitter that was like, I love my dog, but not that much. And I was like, damn. I was like, that is real, though.
I would do anything for love.
But I won't
do that shit. The fuck?
Right? But my dog crazy as hell.
Right.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Yeah, the thing that I've read that's inspired me, I don't know.
I know definitely the last thing that I saw that inspired me. Actually, no. Last thing that I heard that inspired me was like a Jocko podcast.
A Jocko podcast?
You ever heard of Jocko Willink?
Oh, yes, I have.
Yeah.
Actually, I have, yeah.
Yeah, he has his own podcast where he likes to deep dive into like war narratives of niggas who went out, did some war fighting, came back and wrote books about it.
No, I got you.
Those always hype me up.
Yeah.
One of them, and the most recent one I read was like the clip of an intro of some book that I need to find so I can read it.
Mm-hmm.
God, that's gonna be a task. Anywho, please read, kids. Don't be like me. But yeah, the intro was basically documenting like these niggas that were like strung up from trees, had their fucking intestines cut out.
Oh God,
just die in there. Yeah, and
that's
like
terrible.
Yeah, it's just like, this is war, and I'm just like, oh fuck, I need to kill those niggas.
Yeah,
like, you know, that type of sick shit gets to me.
I got you.
Yeah,
I remembered mine. Mine is the Faders cover story on Isaiah Rashad. That's the last thing I sat and I read.
Okay.
Yeah, because that I thought was very like I don't know. We're both fans of Isaiah Rashad, so I already knew that he had his like problems.
Mm-hmm.
But how frank he was in the cover story was a really beautiful thing, I thought.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could look at it like, oh, he's just trying to get pressed because his album was about to drop. But it's like, you still got to be vulnerable to go through that shit. Like,
yeah,
because that's a big deal.
Yeah. I read bits and pieces of that, so I'll steal that from you too.
I got you. Yeah, I sat and read it one day and I was like, damn, bro.
Speaking of Zay, another thing that has been inspiration for me lately was his fucking cave episode with Kitty Beats.
Oh, that was amazing.
Right?
I'm so glad you shared that with me. That was so good.
Oh, man, I was so hyped.
That might have been my favorite. That was so good, man.
Hell yeah.
Damn. All right. So I got a minute with you. If you could live one day of your life over again, what would you?
The first day I met you, dude.
Oh my goodness. Still remember it. Oh my goodness. I still remember you was playing StarCraft.
Yeah, right.
On that new ass Wi-Fi. I say new ass because I didn't have it freshman year.
Right. Literally or any of the days that we spent just smoking in the rain.
Yeah.
Any of the days that we spent going back and forth between Ipanema and Pearl and all them shit.
And wilding.
Yeah. Literally
all
just
right.
any of the time that we just had time to sit back and do wild shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say mine was to be the times where we smoked and like went to Dodges and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That may be the most stressed and peaceful I ever felt at one time because I was stressed about school, but I was so happy in the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, it's 11. I'm gonna try and get one more just before I let you go.
All right.
Oh my god, we went through a lot of them actually.
Word.
Um, ooh, can you think of a time that impossible became possible in your life?
Damn.
I think that's a perfect one to lead off on.
And you know what?
What?
I'm gonna say after we graduated, when me and Chrissy moved up to Boston.
Yeah.
Because like literally freshman year when I saw Chrissy, and I've told Chrissy this, freshman year when I saw Chrissy, I was like, oh man, she's mad cute. But there's no way she's gonna like somebody like me. Because I
Mm-hmm.
knew I was on some fuck shit. Right? Like, point blank period. And
Yeah.
I was about it. Um and then like you know the story about like we ended up getting together and shit, and it was cool, and then it wasn't cool for a little bit, but then it got back cool again. And like I was part of my rush to try to figure shit out after college was because I felt like she wouldn't have been willing to stay with a guy like me if I didn't have some shit going on.
Yeah.
So when we both moved to Boston, like I never really gave her an option to be like, nah, I don't want that to be a thing. That might sound problematic, but I was literally like, oh word, you going to Boston? Well, I might as well go too. That way you have somebody there that you know, I can look out for you, like that kind of stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Be your man officially.
Yeah.
And so like we did that. You helped us move all the way up there. We got up there and everything. And like
Yeah.
from that point, as soon as like you said goodbye that next morning and you drove back to VA,
Yeah.
like it was just us two.
Yep.
So for me, that was like the turning point, I think, in our relationship where it went from, we're just doing boyfriend and girlfriend shit to like, oh no, like this is it.
Yeah.
Like we're a thing.
Yeah.
And so that was something that I never thought was possible until that moment. And now here we are, however many years later, we've got a kid on the way and shit. Like it's just a
Yeah.
story to me.
Yeah.
So anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
Anything's
I
possible.
love it. It is an awesome story,
You know?
bro. Like y'all are inspiring for real.
Thanks, man.
I would say for me, damn, you know what's funny is I had like three options in my head when I first wrote this shit down,
Mm-hmm.
and they all gone. Um, you know, I could think of several, but I think the one thing I thought was very impossible was getting to, I'll be honest, is getting to a point where I was like happy again with my adulthood. And what I mean by that is there was a time where, I thought my life was going in one particular path and
Mm-hmm.
it went an entirely different one.
Mm-hmm.
And I was by myself, just kind of working through things, working on my career and stuff. And then I met my now fiance, who I'm going to marry, and met her on a dating site.
Yep.
And I remember the first time I saw a photo of her, the first thing I thought was, I'm winging it. Like, I think, you know what I mean? Like, I always
Yeah.
overthink this, but I'm just going to fucking send a message. I'm not even going to think twice.
Yep.
And then I vividly remember she responded to my text message. I was at work. I was on desk. I literally told my coworker, I was like, can you cover a desk for me real quick? Cause I gotta go to the back and think like, and the whole time I'm like, I gotta think of a response. And he was like, yeah, I mean, ain't nothing happening. Like he was like, it's not a big deal. Like I made it a big deal more than it was because it was dead. I'm like, you covered the desk. And he was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, go ahead. He's this old 70-year-old man. Like, yeah, I don't care. And I was like in the break room, just looking at my phone for like 30 minutes. Like, what do I say back? What do I say back? And I responded, and like the rest is history. And then I proposed. She said yes. We've relocated since then. And I think that's the thing that felt impossible with me was like there was a moment in time where I didn't feel like I would be as happy as I am right now. And I'm very, very happy. And I live in a nice apartment. I have an amazing fiance. I have a dog. I didn't even think I would have one. He's an asshole, but I love him. So I would say that's the thing that I think was impossible that became possible was I feel very happy in life, but like better than I had anticipated.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I anticipate things well. And I was like, no, this is even better than I could imagine. So I'm very, very pleased. But everything's worked out great.
Oh, how the turns have tabled.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, I would say that. Like impossible, similar to you. It's just finding that person, you know, and because I didn't think I would find that person. We all can find that life partner if we want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
But
we're all gonna be okay. We're all gonna make it.
exactly. I love that. That's how we ended it. It's like what was impossible, that's possible, and we're both like, we fell in love.
I mean,
it's cheesy, but bro, like
it's important. It's important.
Yeah, we grown.
Life is hard.
Anybody listening to that and saying it's corny, you whack as fuck. You are whack as fuck. Like, go kick rocks. Because like
you ain't down with this positivity and shit, the nigga fuck you.
Exactly. That's the whole point of talking ish, man. We talk about whatever, we talk our shit, but it's like, yo, if you ain't about this positivity or these feelings, like, go eat a dick, bro. Like,
I'll send you some dicks.
Right? Yeah, they got those gummy ones. Yeah.
I know, right?
You're like, I'll send you a Costco bag.
Yeah.
Yo, side note, by the way, you look swole as fuck, bro.
Thanks, bro.
You really do.
I've literally put on like 20 pounds of muscle.
I could tell. I could tell when we came down. I was like, yo, this boy got an ass. Wow. I was like, he got cheeks. No, I'm playing.
All caked up on a Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, I'm like double cheek nut on your birthday. Do you, fam? Nah.
That was the only cake that was out. Hey.
Right. Happy birthday. It's like blowing on your ass.
Just clap the candles out.
Oh my god, bro. Nah, bro, but I appreciate having you, Toney. Appreciate you guys listening. Tune in next time. One love, man.
One love.
Yeah, bro. I'm so glad I got to talk to you. Let me let you go. You gotta get to bed, bro.
No, you're good. You're good. You have a good one, man.
All right, bro. I love you, man.
I love you too, man.
I'm really glad we got to do this. This is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a pleasure.